Hello guys, welcome back once again, and now we will be introduced with the functionality of WordPress. So let's start from the post functionality. So here is the post functionality, and this post functionality is using for creating some new post. Let me show you an example. So this is our main website, and you can take a look. We have a demo post that is called Hello World. So for creating this kind of post, you have to use this post functionality, and from there you will get this add new post option. And I'm going to take a new lesson for how to create a new post on later. Okay, the next functionality is categories. Suppose you are going to create a technology blog, and in your blog there will be some different type of categories, likewise smartphone, laptop, gaming gadget, and many more. So for creating the different type of category, that means you are going to post an article to a different category. That's why you have to create some categories, and for creating the categories you have to use this categories functionality from here, and we will have another lesson for creating the categories in details on later. The next one is tags. If you want to use some tags on your website or on your post, then you have to use this tags option. Okay, the next functionality is media. Suppose you are going to insert an image or a video in your post. That's why you have to use this media option. And you can upload some images, some videos, some animation clips on the library, and you can take a look. Here is the library option, so you can upload the images on your library, and you can use it while you are going to create some post and while you are going to insert some images from the library. Okay, the next one is pages. If you want to use some different type of menus, or if you want to have some pages, different pages on your website, in that case you must have to use this pages functionality, and from here you will be able to create some different pages. Next one is comments. This comments functionality is using for moderating some comments. Likewise, if you have a technology blog, or if you have a travel blog, and if someone comment on your post, or if someone comment on your website, all the comment will be appeared in this comments functionality. The next one is appearance. This is one of the most important things, because your front end or the design of your WordPress website are basically depending on this appearance functionality. WordPress basically a theme-based website, and you can have some different type of themes from internet. You can get it by free from some website, and I'm going to give you the website URL or website address on next, where you will get the free themes. And for changing the design or changing the pattern or changing the front-end look, you must have to use some different type of themes. And for installing or for adding the new themes, you have to use this themes option from the appearance. Okay, cool. The next one is plugins. This is one of the most important part in WordPress web development, because this plugins option will make your task easier. There are millions of plugins are available in the internet, so you must have to pick what plugins is necessary for you, and you just have to install on your website or on your WordPress website. There are some free plugins, there are some paid plugins, so depends on your needs, you can use the plugins. Likewise, you need to install a slideshow on your WordPress website. In that case, you can install a slideshow plugins for your website. Suppose you need to create a contact form on your website where people can communicate with you. In that case, you can add some contact plugins, and that's why you have to use this plugins option. And from there you just have to go for install plugin, or you can go for add new plugin for adding the new plugins. Okay, Okay, the next one is users. Suppose you want to give some permission to your WordPress admin, or you want to assign a new admin to your website. That's why you have to use this users option. By using this users option, you will be able to create some new users, likewise advertiser, likewise editor, likewise general user, or likewise new admin. So for the user based functionality, you have to use for users option. Okay, the next one is tools. So tools functionality is basically using for likewise import some content from another site. Suppose you have another site and you want to import the content like the post, like images and all the other things from that another website you want to import to your website. In that case, you can use this tools option, and there is some option called import. Likewise, export options are available. The image, post, comment, content, all the content you have on your website, if you want to export the entire data from your website, in that case you can use this export option, and this import and export option belongs to tools functionality. If you want to check your site health, in that case you can use the site health option under the tools functionality. If you want to export your personal data, you can do that easily by using this tools functionality, as well as if you want to erase your entire personal data, you can do that very easily using this tools functionality. And if you were a website developer, or if you were an expert developer of WordPress, in that case you can easily edit the theme as well as plugins. This is more advanced things, and if you are a web developer, in that case you can edit the theme or you can edit the plugins by using this tools functionality. But remember one thing, if you are absolute beginner, don't use this theme file editor or plugin file editor, because if you mistakenly erase some command or erase some lines or program from the theme editor file or from the plugins editor file, in that case theme or plugin may not work. So this is the functionality of tools. So let's take a look on the settings. So under the settings functionality, you will get general, writing, reading, discussion, media, permalinks, privacy, and light speed cache functionality. So we have the settings functionality for our website, and that's performing under the setting functionality. Likewise, you want to change your site name, you want to change the time format, you want to change the date format, and many more things you will get under the general functionality under the setting functionality. So let me open the general functionality. Okay, so here is the general functionality, and you can get the site title under the general functionality or general settings. You will get the tagline, you will get the WordPress address or URL, site address, administration email address, membership, new user default role, site language. You can change the time zone, you can change the date format, time format, and many more functionalities are here. So basically the general settings that's required for your site, you will get under the general tab on setting functionality. Then we will get the writing functionality. So in writing settings, you will be able to change the post format, you will be able to change the post category, you will be able to change or select the classic editor or block editor, as well as you can set up the SMTP or mail server for your site. So let me open the writing setting. Okay, here we go. You can take a look. You will get the default post category in here. you will be able to choose the post format from here. Likewise, we have a site, chat, gallery, link, image, different type of post formats are available. You can choose any kind of post format from here. And one more things I want to explain you from the category option. Likewise, what category you will add from the post section, or what category will be available on your site, you can choose it from here. Likewise, in some posts there are no category is selected. So basically in WordPress, that post which is not selected any category, its default is published on uncategory tab. But if you want to change this uncategorized tab, that means if you want to set up all the posts you will post on your site will be published on smartphone category, or all the posts you want to post on your site will be posted on tablet or gadget or laptop category. So you can choose the default post category from here. Basically in WordPress, most of the posts are appearing on uncategorized if you are not setting the category for default post category. Okay, so here is the next one called the classic editor and block editor. If you were an old WordPress user, you may have familiar with classic editor, because nowadays the updated WordPress version are using block editor. So if you were used to with the using of classic editor, in that case you can use, or you can select the classic editor, or if you want to use the block editor you can choose it from here. Okay, so here are some more functionalities are available. Likewise, the post via mail. So if you want to post some article or post some content on your site through mail, in that case you have to set up the SMTP server. So you have to put the credential of your SMTP server in here. Okay, so next setting is reading. If you want to change your home page, or if you want to use a static page instead of default home page, you can change it easily from here. You can disable your website from the search engine from here. So let me open the reading setting. Okay, as I was saying, if you want to change your home page, you can change it from here. Likewise, what home page defaultly appearing on WordPress, it's appearing as like your latest post. But if you don't want to keep the general setting or default setting of home page, you can change it very easily. If you want to use a static page for your home page, you can easily change it from here, as well as you can select the number of posts that is appeared on your, that will be appeared on your website. You can set the parameter on here that how many posts or how many blog posts or pages will be appeared in my pages. As well as I was saying that if you want to disable your website from search engine visibility, so you can turn it off from here. So these are the rating settings from settings of functionality. Okay, the next setting is discussion. By using this discussion setting, you will be able to moderate your site. Likewise, you can set up the default post setting, default comment setting. You can approve or decline the comment, or you can moderate your entire site. So let me show you the entire process of discussion. Okay, as I was saying, the default post setting, you will be able to moderate the default post setting. You will be able to moderate the comment setting, as well as you can set up the email notification and the appearance of comments. And one of the most important things in blogging, that is avatar. Okay, so here is the avatar setting. You can choose the avatars style from here. Likewise, mystery person, blank, gravators, identicon, and many more icons are available, or many more styles are available for avatars. So these are the functionality of settings. Okay, the next one is media. Suppose you don't want to upload the images for every post. You want to upload the all images or all the necessary stuffs, likewise videos, images, favicons, whatever. You don't want to upload always, you just want to upload at once, and from the library you will use it regularly. In that case, you can moderate the upload settings or the media files. So let me show you the media settings from the settings functionality. With the media settings, you will be able to select or set the pixels of your media. So let me open this media settings. Okay, as I was saying, that media setting, you will be able to set the pixels. Likewise, the thumbnail size, you can set the width and height from here. You can go for the image size with max width, max height, for the medium size as well as the large size. So these media settings are basically using for moderating your media content that is you are going to upload on your WordPress hosting. Okay, our next setting is permalinks. You need to know what is permalinks, and this permalinks is one of the most important part in WordPress if you were looking for SEO tutorial. Cause if you focus on search engine optimization, or if you want to go for advanced level of SEO or advanced level of WordPress, in that case permalinks is very important. So when you are going to create a website using WordPress, you have to set the permalinks first, and therefore you need to know what is permalinks. Let me explain you in details about the permalinks, and therefore we have to get back to our main website. Okay, here is our main website, and you can take a look. The web address or URL of this website is canaansteve.xyz. This is the website address. Okay, so we have a post over here that is called Hello World. So let me open this Hello World, this post, in a new tab. You just have to right click with your mouse on this Hello World, and then you have to click open link in new tab. Okay, here is the new tab is opened, and here is the post, and the name of our post is Hello World. But if you take a look on the URL, here we have the main address over here, canaansteve.xyz. Then we have a date. Okay, so here is the date, and the date is when this post is published, and then we have the post name. So we have three things in our URL. At first we have the web address, then we have the date format, and then we have the post name. So this is called permalinks in WordPress. So let's take a look in settings of permalinks. So I'm clicking settings, and here we go, the permalinks. Okay, so here are the common settings for permalinks. Okay, so we have plain permalinks, we have day and name permalinks, we have month and name permalinks, numeric permalinks, post name, and custom structure permalinks. So right now in our WordPress setting, we selected day and name permalinks, and if we take back to our post permalinks, in that case we are going to have URL, date, and the post name. So here is URL, date, and the post name. So as we selected day and the name, that's why it's appearing the date time and the post name. So you can change the permalink from here. You can choose anyone from here, any settings from here, or you can set a custom structure. So custom structure basically is totally depend on you what type of URL you are going to create. Likewise, if you want to create some structure like at first the year and then month and then day and then your post name will be available on your URL, in that case you have to post it like this way. But basically I prefer just a post name. Always I prefer just a post name. That's why I'm selecting this post name. If you use a post name, in that case only URL and the post name will be available for your permalinks or for your URL. So always try to use this post name as a permalink, and this is a good practice in WordPress. And remember one thing, whatever you are doing, whatever you select, whatever you choose, don't forget to click on Save Changes. Okay, so here is the use of permalinks, and now we will go for the privacy. So what is privacy settings? If you take a look some reputed website, or if you take a look on other website or fully functional website, they may have a privacy policy in their website, and most of the time privacy policy are placed on the footer. Let me show you an example. I want to write dealscrack.com. Okay, this is one of my website and it's the blog site dealscrack.com. It's a technology blog, and if you take a look on footer, you will get privacy policy over here, and this is one of the most important things for your website, because if you have a website you must have to put privacy policy on your website. So using this privacy settings, you will be able to set the privacy policy for your website. So let me open this privacy settings. Okay, so here is the privacy settings, and from here you will be able to create privacy policy page for your website. So if you want to create a privacy policy page, you can easily create a privacy policy page by using the settings functionality from the privacy settings. And keeping the privacy policy page on your website is always a good practice. Okay, the next remaining things is Lightspeed cache. Remember one thing, this is not a default settings, or this is not a default functionality of WordPress. This is a settings of a plugins. The plugins we installed or we selected while we were creating our website. So each plugins may have a different settings, and this Lightspeed cache is a different plugins, and we will discuss about the plugin settings in our plugin lesson. So let's start from the beginning to create a complete website using WordPress.